right, so we now want to start the biggest controversy we can on the Raised Hunting website and Facebook pages. We're going to do a video about what broadhead we use on turkeys. And if you want to get archery hunters angry with each other, tell them what broadhead that they should shoot, or tell them how far away they should shoot something. But anyhow, here we go. It's just our opinion. But I got several different broadheads here. I'll explain why we don't use these. This is an expandable broadhead here. It's a cool broadhead, but the only problem is that it's not reverse opening. It actually pushes back. And what that means is it's going to open very easy and it's going to zip through that turkey, especially when I'm shooting the same poundage I shoot elk with. So it's actually too effective. So I don't care for a broadhead like that. Here's one very similar to that. This one is like a slip cam so that it slides right back, 3 blades. It's going to go right through that turkey super fast. I love this. I mean, several of these heads I've shot animals with, and don't get me wrong, they work great. The problem is they work too good, and that's why I don't like them on turkeys. And I'm going to explain why I don't like that here in just a second. Here's another one. This one is designed for turkeys, but so these are dull blades back here. These are just metal on there. And I'm not a big fan just because it just only has an inch or so cutting diameter. And then the last one is just any kind of fixed blade. I just pulled one out here. Same thing, gonna get about 1.5 inches to 1 7/8 cutting diameter, but this is designed to go through. You're wanting 2 holes on a big game animal so that you got a good blood trail. That's not what I'm looking for on turkeys. So I'm gonna show you the one that we shoot and explain why. So here's the broadhead that we shoot. And again, there's several of them out there that are made like this. It's not this particular broadhead that I'm saying you need to shoot. But when you see this one, when it hits something, it opens what I call reverse opening, meaning it hits and it pushes the blades backwards. So when it pushes those blades backwards, look at the cutting diameter I have on this broadhead. It's probably pushing 2 inches or more. Okay, at the same time, it takes some kinetic energy to open that broadhead. And that is what I'm looking for. I want this arrow, if possible, to hang up in the turkey. I don't want it to shoot all the way through. Now, if you go check out our video on shot placement, you'll see why. Because shot placement for us is not where most people shoot turkeys. We shoot them in the shiny spot, which means we come right up the drumstick and we try to shoot him through the drumstick and break both wings. He can't get on his feet. He can't fly. So you're gonna find your turkey. I'm afraid that there's a lot of turkey hunters out there killing turkeys and they don't know it because they shoot through them with one of those other broadheads and it goes right through real fast and the turkey flies off and then they don't know where it went and they lose it. But this has helped us. We don't lose many turkeys because we shoot these broadhead. I believe it's the broadhead that helps us and because of where we shoot them. So look for a rear expanding broadhead that'll open as wide as you can. The only one that I don't have an example of here is like a guillotine, something that is made to cut a turkey's head off. One, I'm not a head shooter because I know I could miss, and I like to kill them. I like to be successful, so I don't shoot them there. And 2, if I did that, that would mean that I would have to change my setup because most guillotines, when you draw them back into your bow like this, they're going to come back here to that riser. I draw my arrow right to the edge of my riser. So when my arrow is fully drawn, it's right there. If I have one of those broadheads on there with one of the parts of the blade sticking off that far, it's going to hit the riser, which means I got to have a totally different setup for my turkey hunting, and I'm not willing to do that. So this is the one we shoot, and that's why. So I hope that helps, and I'm sure we're going to get some comments on this, but that's okay. That's what we're here for. Tell us what you guys are using. Tell us why. Let's talk turkeys. I mean, like I said, we don't have the answer to everything, guys, but we do have a lot of time spent in the woods chasing them, so hope this is helping you.